Hello. I mean, I'm gonna check the phone now.
What up?
Make sure it's going through, right? Are we going through? Can people hear us? Are we being heard?
One second.
Maybe.
I'm not hearing anything. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
we're
There we go.
We're good.
We're okay.
We're
People
okay.
can hear
We're
us.
good.
They're
We're
worried
good.
about us.
Yeah.
We're worried about
Jeez.
ourselves.
Brycey Poo, hello. Alicia, hello. Tyler, yeah, it's a new one. You're my only friend. I know.
Well.
You're lonely.
That is new.
Well, at least there's 4 of us.
Yeah,
Well,
for
it
sure.
can't be your
Test it.
only
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, and you got 4 of us on here.
When you got, the other viewers in the chat is now.
Yeah, that's why I told you guys to start talking.
Well, some of you guys
Make
are
friends.
sketchy though.
I can hear, cannot see. Ah, there
Now
it is.
we can be seen.
Look at
There
that.
it is.
Look at
Look
that.
at that. What are
Looky
we
there.
doing here? I'm trying to make this seamless, but it's not working.
Oh, you're seamless.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You
It means you have
don't
no wrinkles.
You have no seams.
Yeah, no, you ever think about that? Like us as guys, like that portion. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That portion of our bodies that looks like you're made out of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
No.
The gooch.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh.
I've never
Wait,
actually
wait.
looked at it though.
Really?
Mm.
I don't think I've ever.
Well,
you
me
know,
neither,
examined.
but they're probably for 2 different reasons. I'm too damn fat to look at mine.
Yeah, I know it's there, but I never actually seen it.
Good start.
Ever just like you just touch your toes and look at the mirror.
I think you guys should explore your bodies a little bit more.
I think I'm all right. Honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
personally,
to be honest.
mine's just covered in hair.
I've
so.
smelled my own farts and I'm scared of what that's gonna smell.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep down there. I don't want
that's
to know how far
Too
the
much
rabbit hole
debris
goes.
and cake,
Whoa.
I'm thick. Leave me
Brandon's
alone.
got an ass like a shelf.
Yeah, something like that.
It's what my mother said.
What your mother says. What the fuck is
Yeah.
your mom telling you that?
Well, they
She's seen it for her whole life, so
Yeah.
she would know.
I guess so.
She still
The
changes
problem
my
with it,
diapers.
right, is there's that one line. You know what I mean?
Like the.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
the
what we were.
seam.
That's what we're
That's what
talking
I was
about.
just talking about. The
Gotcha.
seam.
That goes down your nuts. and
Yeah.
Down your tank.
It's not working.
You know, the
Alright.
It's
stitching.
brutal.
The stitching.
Yeah, I think it looks good, Brian.
It's just like that. Like God is coming in up
Well,
here.
that's okay. You're holy.
That is right.
All
Kind
right.
of cool.
Holier than thou.
Yeah. All right, guys. Welcome to the podcast. The podcast being Sweet Nostalgia. Thank you guys for coming and being here with us. My name is Ryan. I'm your guys' host. I'm also joined by my other 2 beautiful co-hosts. Say hello.
I'm back.
You are back. You weren't
I
with
was,
us.
I was gone.
Yeah, I think what the IRS they didn't keep you this time, did
No,
they?
no. I got out on a.
Where do we-
I got out.
Yeah, he went to
He
San
forgot to-
San Jose. Is where
Yeah, he forgot to
Guantanamo-
guacamole bay.
Guacamole
I
Bay.
showed them the leaks for GTA 6 and they let me go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
That's
do
good.
Those
it.
are good leads.
That'll do it.
So
But James,
Oh, hey,
How
I'm
we
here
doing?
again.
after our good food episode, we didn't go into a food coma after we ate all the.
Dude, I was so close though.
Oh, dude, I was
I
starving
was
after that episode.
famished.
by the way, boys,
Absolutely
impressive
famished.
episode.
Thank you.
Very impressive
Thank you.
episode.
We did great.
It was
Yeah.
good.
It was a
Great.
solid one for you too.
Andy says, and I'm come in to the gooch. Thank
Oh.
you. I'm glad. I'm not sorry.
Perfect
Alicia.
timing, actually. Perfect place to come in at.
Tyler said, sheesh. Bryce says he's ginger. He's the opposite of holy.
That's
Trust
a good
me, I
one.
know.
That's a good
Trust
one.
me, I
Yeah.
know. But then also on the far left over here, we got Dom.
Our favorite Head and Shoulders model.
Yes, sir. Dom,
What up?
Dom has been on a couple episodes. Been on one episode. It's an unreleased episode.
Mhm.
It's one of our when we're still doing our recording before we start going live and everything. So I will be having that one made and put out very soon.
Might be on
actually.
a little special service. We're still cooking up.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that as
Yeah.
like a paid little thing.
We still got to have a business meeting about that.
But say hello, Dom. How we doing?
What's up? What's up?
Is there anything you want to shout out before we get going? Just
Yeah.
want,
Shout out my mom.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Always.
yeah.
honestly,
She's
I
a
second
trooper.
that.
She's a
Big
trooper.
mom.
Shout out,
She's a real one.
Dom's mom.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you for
Dom?
creating this grand.
What's your mom's
this grand guy.
name?
My mom's Candace.
Candace. Thank you,
Yeah.
Candace.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Candace.
Thank you, Candace, for bringing us your
You know what?
child.
Thank you for your service.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Raising
you for
kids is hard.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
know it yet, but eventually I'll get there.
You'll get there. You'll
You
grow
got
up.
a little taste of it today.
Yeah, don't rush it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Say that.
don't.
No.
You'll grow up someday.
No, I want to get married first. I'm already, working
Respect
on
it.
that.
Save yourself for marriage. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But as you guys can see, today we're talking about anime. This is gonna be
Let's
a fun one.
go.
super excited about that. As you can
I'm
see in the
excited.
background here.
I'm giddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm not a huge anime guy.
Ooh,
I've
start there.
seen a few, but as far as finishing them and enjoyed, I don't think I've really. I don't think I really have, honestly. I'm a cartoon man.
That's fair.
Like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I
kinda
like
guy.
the Flintstones, the Jetsons. I also
Old soul.
I'm a big fan of like the older cartoons, of course, but like the like Adventure Times, the
Yeah.
Amazing World of
Yeah.
Gumball, like all the Cartoon Network stuff. I think those are
Mm-hmm.
fun. But like animes, sometimes it's like we'll talk about this later, but sometimes they're a little too much for me.
I mean, that's fair. It's not everybody's cup of tea here.
True.
Yeah.
Bryce says, speaking of kids, my sister just had a baby. Well, congrats,
Congrats.
Bryce's sister.
Congrats on being an uncle. I was just
Yes,
recently an
sir.
uncle as well.
That's dope.
Eva says, congrats to her.
Congrats, Bryce's sister.
The best part about being an uncle is you can give the kids back.
That's a fact.
Pick them up and put them down.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to hold this anymore.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There you
Just
go.
drop it. But no, this has been a lot of people have been telling us to do this episode.
Yeah.
A lot of people here within Sweet Nostalgia has been wanting to do this episode, so
Mhm.
I'm pretty excited about it. I think we all are. I wanted to get April on it. I was really hoping to get him in here.
We had a
but
few prospects. We might do more than one anime episode because
I mean, there's so much of it.
we have so many friends that are big anime fans. So doing more than one episode to let them get their piece out.
Same with video games, where I have to revisit.
Yeah,
that
no,
as well.
I definitely would like to do like a second video game episode.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Just to kind of because I feel like we could have dived. I want to. Okay.
I want to do it with less people too.
We
We had a
yeah,
lot.
we had a lot of
we had a
people
lot
on.
going on.
we recorded. So we recorded. You can tell us here in chat. We recorded a movie episode. I
We did.
kind of want to redo it.
That's fine.
I'm fine with it.
So
are you
fine.
Are you guys fine with
Oh,
redoing
here's the thing,
movies?
but this is what I mentioned a
That was
while
like a
ago.
movie
Is like
ranking episode.
if you,
though.
yeah, we
Yeah.
ranked them all.
Yeah, we
Which
just
you
ranked
know, in hindsight, not a big fan of. I'm the one who started that, and I will say up front, not my best moment.
I'm good with
No,
ranking
I'm
it.
cool with ranking.
But yeah,
It's just,
but that-
I
I
feel
don't
like
know,
I feel
man.
like now that since we're doing everything live, I feel like it'd be really great.
It would be.
yeah.
Alicia says, "Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe."
Appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
Sub
Alicia.
like Sam.
Sub like Sam. Hit the
Sam.
like button
Sam.
for sure. Actually, a big thing.
Is share.
Share it.
Hit that
Share it
button.
like share.
Yep.
Um,
Share it
Do
like
you
share, like share.
believe
Do
in
you-
sweet nostalgia?
Ooh,
That
that was
Actually,
nice.
went really well.
Kinda.
I
Really
wasn't
good.
ready for that.
Attaboy.
That was
Attaboy.
good.
Hey, we-
Yeah,
you
I
know,
like that.
let your
Boy.
boy cook sometimes. Let your boy cook.
This boy's got some chops on
Yeah,
him.
he does.
Got that
Um,
shangin' voice.
I'll talk about Crash Bandicoot. Tyler says. See, okay, so there we go. We already have people that want to talk about games again.
Yep.
So we're at what to
But,
do.
hey, save
too
that Crash
bad.
Bandicoot talk for I don't know, a couple
It's
weeks.
Animu time.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll do it in the next one. But yeah, we're here talking about anime, so I really want to kind of get into this. I guess it's to start right off the bat with our favorites. It's to start with our favorite anime, and then we'll regress back into like our firsts and everything else like that. Let's just go with like what our favorite is right now,
Oh, right now?
or
Okay.
just in general, your favorite, like
Okay.
overall,
overall.
favorite.
Okay.
It's hit it with you, Dom.
Favorite. Okay, so obviously I got the One Piece on,
Mhm.
but that's not where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go somewhere different.
Put the flag up just for you.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Shout out to everybody that loves the One Piece franchise because it's dope for sure. But my favorite, to be all the way honest, is something that has not changed. It's a little less known, but it's called Black Lagoon,
Fire.
Lagoon,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
and I love it because I had bought it on DVD when I was a kid. I was gonna say JIT. When I was a kid, and I watched it, and I loved it. And I loved how dark it was, and it's kind of shaped how I looked at anime since then. Because I've always wanted to find something that caught my attention, kept me engaged the whole time, hit the heartstrings, when you get the feelings involved. So that's kind of what brought me to anime anyway. So
Fire.
definitely Black Lagoon.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
we have
man.
technical difficulties.
Oh my god.
We need to put something stronger than a bed there.
Hold on, we got something fell on me. I'm dying.
Go ahead and we'll just
Pick me up.
keep moving.
Pick me up, sir. What's going on? That's a bed. Shit. You guys talk.
Okay. Okay. So my turn. I'm gonna probably catch a lot of flack for this, but Fairy Tail is actually my favorite anime.
No.
I swear to God.
Why you say
One, I like magic. I've always liked magic in general, and also I was watching that when I was 16 when I first started watching it, and 16-year-old me was highly depressed. Was the first year of getting diagnosed with depression, that really like kind of just sparked my brainwaves, and also kind of showed me that like I know it's like the power of friendship, that corny stuff, but
Yeah.
it showed me how to treat my friends a little bit and
See,
like
I-
really cherish those friendships
I've only
in general.
seen. I think I saw like half of the first season of Fairy Tale, and I just didn't like it too much.
No, it's fair. It's one of those animes that like either you like it or you hate it.
Yeah,
It's
That's true.
just is what it is.
yeah.
Because it's
So,
heavy on the friendship,
It
heavy
is
on the.
heavy on
But
the
they're
friendship.
really, really good at like putting opposites together.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
And
so good.
creating that
Yeah.
world. Yeah. So I
Plus,
love
like I like dragons. I like
Good
I
looks,
like
big
fantasy.
cheese.
big dog coming through. Hoof, hoof.
Got that
But yeah,
dog in
Or
him.
like dragging my nuts across your face.
Fairy Tale for sure is that one.
I
Dragging nuts across your face.
my favorite Sailor Moon. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting that actually.
No, my favorite anime I have finished it multiple times. Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah,
It's my favorite
I love
90s
that
anime.
one.
Love Yu Yu.
Love
It's my favorite
Hakusho.
90s anime.
Love it.
Yeah. I
As
love
far
that
as
one
like
too.
new school animes, I think my newest favorite would be Solo Leveling. I'm a
Ah,
big
dude.
fan. I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
huge
Solo
fan of
Leveling
that.
is actually
Love it
really
too.
If you
good.
haven't seen it yet, bro,
No, I've checked it out.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I
It's
do
super cool.
recommend.
But yeah, of all time, Yu Yu Hakusho is my shit. I
Dude.
used to play the game on the
That's where I got
Game
the-
Boy. Dark Tournament's what
Dark
it was called.
Tournament, yeah, it was the Dark
I love
Tournament
that
arc.
game, dude.
Yeah, I recently rewatched it.
That's
and,
where this came from. This
Mhm.
Dark as the Blackest Flame, yeah.
hmm
Or
I love-
Dragon of
I love hitting the
Blackest Flame.
spirit gun. That was.
Oh yeah, right.
That was
And then
my
the
shit.
Spirit Shotgun, brother.
Shout out to
Yeah,
my
man.
boy Jive over in Dayton, Ohio. He has a song called Yusuke, and it's absolutely a great song.
Hey, I wanted to answer one of the questions. Somebody put in the chat, when was Black Lagoon like created or whatnot, and it was in April of 2006. So
2006.
yeah, so
Oh,
it's
for
not
a minute.
super old. It's not from the 90s or whatnot, but I mean,
Mhm.
it definitely feels like it. The animation, the grittiness of the artwork, it's pretty dope.
I actually got Bryce into anime. I had him watching anime at my place, and then like I gave him my Crunchyroll account, and he went crazy.
He also says, Annie says subbed or dubbed. That's a big.
Ooh,
It
that's
depends.
that's
It
a
I,
big
depends.
one.
I'm gonna say I'm a dubbed kind of guy. I think so. Like what ruined it for me was Dragon Ball Z because like
course.
just fucking Goku's voice killed it. I was like
Goku's
I
voice
can't
is so
take it.
annoying.
Every
Yes.
every
And also like
voice
for
is
for me
annoying.
too, like watching anime because like anime is always has like a bunch of shit going on screen.
Mhm.
I don't want to have to sit there and read while I look at this or whatever.
You gotta unlock
like-
your Sharingan, my guy.
I just
Yeah.
don't want. I want to be able just to watch it, ingest it, and go about that. I don't want to have to sit here and fucking read and do all that shit.
See, this is where we're gonna differ. I actually do both.
I do both as well.
I also do both.
Like no. Like if there was one out that I wanted to watch and it was only in subbed, I would watch it. It's not like that I don't like. I'm like no, fuck that. I'm not gonna do it entirely. I prefer it dubbed. You know what I mean?
Actually,
There's
I,
nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
though.
I agree. I prefer it.
I prefer dubbed as
just
well.
because I can put it on and do other things.
Yeah,
and still
exactly.
watch and listen. You
Mhm.
know.
Yes, but I do dubbed either way, but I also have subtitles on because I'm me.
It's valid.
Ryan
Yeah.
makes fun of me because I have subtitles on when I'm
Oh my
watching
god,
movies.
we're watching.
fucking
I was
myself,
over here
too.
watching a movie with them the other night. We were like literally like this far away from the fucking TV, and they have subtitles on. I'm like, you can hear the TV.
My favorite thing is that
It's the small dialogue that people do when they're walking up to stuff, and like sometimes you'll miss what they're saying because there's
A
so much
word.
going on in
So
the
pay
movie.
attention.
I-
Listen.
I have ADHD, brother. It's not that easy.
yeah, it is.
It's not that easy.
I do
Um,
subtitles too.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
one I wanted to answer. Kayla says all-time favorite is that time I
I was
was
reincarnated into a
reincarnated
slime.
I actually have not watched that one.
I
It's
haven't either.
really, really.
I've not checked
It's
it out yet.
goofy and dope at the
Yeah, I was
same
about to say,
time.
wasn't it like a really goofy anime?
It's a goofy one, but it's fun.
I mean, you can tell by the
Um,
name,
yeah.
Yeah.
but I bet it's good though because I've
It's
heard
fire.
a lot of people talk about it.
I
So-
watched the first season.
So whenever I was gone doing that, you answered your favorite. You answered your favorite.
Mhm.
And you just answered
Yu
yours.
Yu Hakusho.
Sure.
So mine is Tokyo Ghoul, 100%. I think a lot of people already
Good
know
one.
that.
Emo.
Definitely, yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Super
Now,
emo.
I mean, that's where I got this tattoo from for my. I'm flipping everybody
Mhm.
off.
Very
But-
depressing.
My middle finger one. I mean, that's my life for you.
not too bad.
So, no, but it was just, I thought it was really good because I like it a lot more like the more serious, darker animes and shit.
Mhm.
And I thought the concept was really cool. I relate with it super well, with Kaneki and everything. And
Related so much, you kept this dude trying to pop his middle finger just like Kaneki sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, you
That was
did. You
wild.
lie and
I
said
s-
this shit.
That's wild.
fuck off.
Yeah, he'd walk around and he'd just go,
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I was
so cool.
popping my fingers, cunt. No, but no, I think it was a super relatable, I guess, with Kaneki and shit like that. I thought it was really good. And I just like a lot more of the serious takes of shit, because the anime could be kind of goofy and,
Mhm.
like, One Piece or stuff like that just has some really goofy shit in it. I don't think there's really much of it. Every anime almost has like a goofy character, and like
Mhm.
Tokyo Ghoul didn't really have
Usopp.
a goofy character. You know what I mean? It was just a lot more serious than shit.
I want to ask you real quick, Dom. Do you like the live action on Netflix?
It's not bad. I'll give them that. I will say that they did well. They kind of rush a lot, but I mean, obviously, so many episodes, you can't
Mhm.
really
Yeah,
put
to
everything
fit
in
into a
live
movie.
action. But
Mhm.
I think they did pretty decent. I mean, at first, I was like, I mean, you can't. It's hard to recreate the characters in real life,
Mhm.
you know. But I mean, who they picked, they played they brought the spirit well.
Right.
You know, what I'm saying?
That's what I liked. I liked it a lot too because I've only made it up to the crocodile arc in the anime.
Crocodile arc.
That's early too,
That's very early. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's only like what 400 episodes in.
somewhere like
Jesus.
that.
Yeah, and
If
that's
not, if
that's
that,
early.
Yeah.
I know.
But no, yeah, I only made it to the crocodile arc, and as much I watched the live action, I was like, actually, this is captivating.
I mean,
Like,
you-
this is really out of all the live action animes that they have done, I think this one is probably
That's what I was gonna say.
but one of the best. Honestly,
I mean, the live action Bleach wasn't bad.
I hadn't seen
I
it.
didn't watch that one.
So the live action Bleach wasn't bad, but it was actual like
I'm
you
not
know,
a Bleach.
action.
Bleach is
It's
really
Japan.
slow to start for me. It's just so hard for
It
me
is
to
a
watch.
I like
slow
I like
starter
Bleach.
anime.
I haven't watched like the newer season, but April says it's fucking killer.
Yeah, the newer season is
It's
insanely
like
when,
good.
really
but when they
good.
get, it's like watching just Naruto for the first time. Naruto's really slow to start at the beginning.
But
a
You know,
lot of sadness.
Yeah.
In Naruto.
and
Yeah.
just base Naruto when he was a kid. You know what I mean? It's slow to start, super fucking sad.
Mhm.
Like for the first good, what,
It's a motorcycle outside.
well, like 40, 50 episodes,
Like
it's like
weird.
super depressing. You
Right.
know, I mean, Shippuden's awesome. And honestly, I'll tell you straight up, don't watch base Naruto. Just start with Shippuden. They like summarize what
They do
happened in the
recap
first
quite a bit.
anime. Like,
I
quite a
think
bit.
Kira
that's
do
what,
it, though.
that's what I heard like about like Naruto. Like it really like there's just so much filler shit, and then
Well,
it just
Yeah.
kind of
the
gets
last-
recapped.
the
Well,
last,
it's
like,
because
4
they do
seasons are
filler.
filler.
Yeah, they do filler like that because they catch up to the anime. You know,
the
And
manga?
sorry,
There
the
you go.
manga. And so they do all these filler episodes because that's what they feel like they have to do in order for them to fill that time in
So
between.
dumb.
That's my
the
biggest
manga
problem with
coming.
Naruto is the filler, the amount of filler, and some of the filler was just like overly stretched. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it went so long.
One
and
Piece
you
have
just kind of
filler?
lose it.
Oh yeah,
It does, but you know what's weird about One Piece's filler? It feels like it's because it's
it feels like it belongs.
it's
really.
an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an adventure story.
Yeah.
So it seems like in between the arcs when they're fighting a big baddie or whatever and it's over, they have to do other stuff.
Character development is what they
Right,
usually do.
right,
Because
with
right.
their-
I feel
Well,
like
did
like
that.
Naruto's
They did that with
filler.
Naruto though.
Naruto's filler, not all the time. Like there was an entire filler close to the end of the first Naruto anime that was just Rock Lee and his team doing some random shit.
random
I mean,
stuff.
I was about to
And
say,
there was no
no.
character development.
I'm
There
just
was
saying
just
that,
some
like,
weird shit that they were doing.
All the backstories that they had to go into to tie the story together.
A lot,
like,
yeah.
That
I
was
mean,
filler.
they do that, but One Piece has always been better at doing it because like Dom said, it's an adventure. So they would go on different adventures, and you would learn something different about all of these characters they have on the boat. And there's so many people on this boat. Their filler is just gonna make more sense.
Gotcha.
yeah, I kind of feel like being pirates and shit like that, you can always just like throw these characters onto some wild adventure. You know what I mean? That has
Yeah,
like
it's like
nothing
a-
like super like hitting for the plot, but it's just like fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
It's,
kinda
like,
like-
a D&D one shot.
Well, it's kind of like cartoons, like childhood cartoons. A lot of it is just those characters going on like stupid shit.
Yeah.
Each episode.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's just throw in like a random episode where they go and they do this on this island or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
And I love it because another part about it, about One Piece, 'cause I'm obviously a big fan about it. They continue the story, so it's not like they throw they like have an arc and then they throw a bunch of backstory at you. They just
For sure.
continue from where they are at that point, and then they start doing something. Then all the experience that they have at this point goes into the filler, and then they move on and grow from it, and whatnot. And then sometimes they'll even bring filler episodes back, like way down the line, like the Davy back fights when they bring back what's the guy's name? Foxy Pirates. They'll bring them back a couple times. So
Yeah.
it's like if you've seen them in the beginning, you're like, okay, they're not really like a one-off. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And I like that.
That's
Makes the filler worth it.
It brings it back to Naruto again. It's like a lot of the characters you meet in their filler episodes, you will never fucking see again.
True.
Oh.
Like not once.
We got a
the
couple
Sand
things in the
Village
chat.
version.
Bryce says Tokyo Ghoul was great, but it fell off for me around the time Kaneki got edgy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just kind of, is it serious? What about ReZero? First
ReZero?
episode was goofy, then it went down the shitter. Yeah. Kayla said the live action Bleach wasn't my cup of tea. I wasn't bad.
The Last
Terrible.
Airbender is my favorite anime.
Insert SpongeBob fucking. Jordan also said the 6-month hiatus is about to kill me. I'm about to rewatch.
Stopped it. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. So we had a conversation, the difference between cartoons and anime, because for me, The Last Airbender, Avatar, I love it. One of my favorite, and I didn't know that it wasn't an anime, so I was about to look like a straight fool.
No, it's a cartoon.
You bring that up because we
It
were
was
just
made
talking
by a
about that.
cartoon
Yeah.
company as well.
And they said that when I was looking it up on the way here, they were saying that there's more to it than just because I used to think that anime and cartoons was only divided by where it was made. One is made Western, one is made in Japan, but they actually have different, like more criteria to it that makes me include Avatar, makes me include Boondocks,
Avatar has
things like
so
that.
much anime
looked up.
aspects to it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Which is why I thought
I would consider.
I would
it one,
genuinely
like, in
think
my
that
natural opinion.
Avatar is an anime
Mhm.
because there's character growth. There's
Yeah,
all the
Zuko
cla-
is
all
like
the
one
yeah
of the
all
most
the
classic
classic
character growths
all
ever.
the classic anime stuff that they have. But because it's Western, I guess a lot of people don't consider it an anime.
Which
It's like,
is just like,
it's like we're
it's weird.
gatekeeping
Yeah,
anime.
I was like, yeah. Why we gotta gatekeep, bro? I hate gatekeeping. It's okay.
Having so much trouble bringing it up on my phone for some reason. Wish I could remember it.
What was I gonna bring up? But no, okay, so we got over with our favorites and stuff like that. So let's go into our first. I really want to kind of see
Okay.
what kind of got
Okay.
what got everybody into anime. What was like your starter one that set the tone? What got you into it all? And does that track into your now how you like anime now?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like,
okay.
is your first the same as your last kind of thing?
Sorry, I was doing a weird thing in my
But,
mouth.
okay, James, you hit us first.
What got me into is Yu-Gi-Oh. Actually,
Ooh,
Okay.
fire.
Yeah.
I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh player or anything like that. I've seen every episode of the original cartoon, the anime, whatever
Still
you want
holds
to call
up.
it. I didn't watch like DX or anything like that, but I watched the original
GX is
Yu-Gi-Oh
okay.
with Yugi and loved it. And then I got into Dragon Ball, and then I watched all of Cowboy Bebop.
Shout out to Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop's
Love
a
Cowboy
classic.
Bebop.
That's a
Did
fire
Did you
one.
see live action Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
lasted.
love
Yeah,
that.
it was
It got
so good.
canceled like
I
that.
know,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
loved it, dude.
It did dog shit.
I think a lot of
Apparently.
people didn't watch the anime, so
Yeah.
that's
It was
why
dumb.
They just saw
so
they just
dumb.
saw Harold from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's funny.
right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
I thought that was a weird person to put there. If I'm being
I
real.
mean, yeah, it was a little weird, but I enjoyed all of it.
I
It was
did too.
super fun for me.
It was a fun movie to watch.
Kayla says my cat's name is Appa,
Oh, nice.
and
Cool.
Bryce
Yep,
says
yep.
Naruto was my shit until I was 7. Naruto for me, I've told people this before. Like Naruto and like Dragon Ball for me, I just can't get behind those kind of animes of like. I guess like Dragon Ball is what did it for me. Is like just beat bad guy, get stronger. Get beaten bad by bad guy, get stronger, beat bad guy.
Well, it's a
You know what I
linear
mean?
story.
And it's just,
Yeah.
but it's just like,
But that's a lot.
it's-
That's a lot of the animes
It's
that
a lot of
people
an-
enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's for me. I think that's where we're going to kind of get into with our first animes, and where that's why I added where it tracks. If your anime taste has changed, because I guess they'll go into me. Saying my first one was Death Note. Death Note was just like a lot of people's. Death Note was my favorite one, so that's what kind of set the tone for
I'll
me.
be real with you. I haven't seen the anime because I watched the live action first with Willem Dafoe.
Oh
That's
my
your
God.
problem. That was
Horrible.
fucking
I've heard
dog
this. I've
shit.
heard this so
Horrible, yeah.
much, dude.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
god, that was
I watched it
horrible.
and I was like, "This is ass, dude. Like
Death
this
Note?
movie fucking sucks."
Death Note is one of the
God
most
awful.
well-written animes of all time.
It was.
It
No,
was
but
beautifully done.
Death Note started all. Yeah, it was greatly fucking written,
Mhm.
and it was so perfect. Everything was done. Light was a great character. L's a great
Yeah.
character. All of it's so fun. And-
is it weird that I didn't like the way it ended?
I love
But
the way it
actually,
ended.
that's a common thing,
I loved
dude.
it.
If you go to anime forums, there's a lot of people who just don't like the way a lot of animes
Yeah.
kind of end.
I think it was because spoilers for anybody that's
Oh yeah,
have
no,
not
I want to
watched-
say this on the top before we start getting
Spoilers are
deeper
gonna
into
happen.
this episode because we're
Spoiler alert.
we're like
yeah.
half an hour in. Spoil
Yeah.
everything.
The
Where
whole thing.
everything's gonna be fucked
anything,
if you want
anything
to.
we talk about is probably gonna get spoiled for
So
you.
if you care about that kind of stuff, if you hear us start talking about an anime that you want to watch, earmuffs, put us on mute, just watch our pretty faces talk,
Mhm.
and go from there.
just guess
but-
what we're talking about.
Yeah, just kind of
That's
add
a
in,
fun
add
game.
in your,
Read
yeah,
lips.
no, if you have to mute us and add in your own little like peanuts, that kind of stuff.
You're
When
right,
the adults
right.
were talking,
Yeah,
Right.
Charlie
and
Brown.
then put send it to us.
I try to be respectful about it when I'm about to bring it something that's a spoiler, like I'm telling you
Yeah,
now,
for
spoiler.
sure.
Not
For
me.
Death Note though,
just
I think
do
it
it.
got weird. I think it got weird when like L like finally got like he died, and then his like what was it, like his son or somebody, not his son, but
His,
like another character.
Apprentice, pretty much.
Apprentice.
Yeah.
That was weird to me because it seemed like a cop out.
It was an in.
It seemed
Yeah.
like
Well,
was
he
a-
was smarter now.
It was a
he's, like,
way to
already
like
smart.
it was a way to like keep L into the story kind
Without-
of thing.
without
yeah,
having
without
him.
L.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when they're like trying to write off their main character,
Yeah.
they have
It's
that,
like they were like,
they wanna
hey,
hold on to it.
they're like, hey, let's kill this character off because it would just really add some stake to the story.
Yeah.
But we need to find a way to keep that aspect of the
Yeah,
story in
this
there.
this actually is a problem that Boruto has currently.
Oh yeah.
Is they want to make Boruto the main character, but they still have Sasuke and Naruto, and that's all people care about is Sasuke and Naruto.
I did not watch Boruto. Actually, I'll
Such
change
a
that.
slow
I
one.
started the first episode of Boruto, and then as soon as he started disrespecting Naruto, I turned it off.
You're like,
Yeah,
you gotta respect
honestly.
your daddy.
You're gonna respect
Honestly,
your father.
you should
I'm sorry.
you should have seen where this motherfucker came from. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, but we love
Yeah,
Naruto.
no, I haven't even started Boruto because I don't think I can watch it until they
No.
kill off Naruto and Sasuke.
Sorry,
I'm gonna be real with you.
They don't even kill off Naruto.
I know
and
they're
Sasuke.
not. They haven't yet. I know that for a fact. But until they kill them off, which if they want Boruto to be a main character, they're gonna have to do that because everybody who is a Naruto fan will continue being a
Well,
Naruto fan.
The time
Yeah.
skip arc that's gonna happen next is apparently just amazing. Like
I've heard.
manga wise, it's
I've
amazing.
heard.
So I'm kind of excited to see them because I hate Boruto as a kid, but as a teenager, from like all the manga stuff
It was
I've
the
seen
same
on
thing with
TikTok.
Naruto. It's literally the same thing as Naruto. Naruto was an annoying little fucker
But dude,
as a kid, but Shippuden, Naruto was dope.
But he was going.
Yeah.
He was going through a lot.
He was
though.
going through some
Yeah.
shit. I
A
get
lot,
that, but
you
like
know.
at the same time, it's like
but Shippuden covered
Tone it
every
back a little
character.
bit.
Dude. When they went to Itachi's backstory,
Yeah.
holy crap, bro! That instantly became like one of my favorite anime characters of all
Now,
time. At
I,
that
I
point,
will say, I
Itachi?
will
Yeah.
say Itachi was like I watched a decent amount of Naruto, even though I said it wasn't my favorite.
stop pointing at my hoodie.
because you're wearing it, fucker.
I'll
stop
fucking
using
take
your
it off.
fingers.
But for the people that know me and know Dylan, my best friend, he was obsessed with Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. So I learned so much from Dylan. Just
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even ask; he just told me about it,
Right.
pretty much. I would say Itachi is my favorite character out of all of it. I think he's,
Dude,
you
he's
know,
so
you know
sick.
me, like just
Yeah,
that
he's,
edgy
he is
character.
the most edgy.
and
Yeah.
but also I thought he was just cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Well,
a
it was
really
well
cool
written too.
character.
Very
Yeah,
well
his
written.
character growth was crazy.
Yeah, it made
When
a
you
lot of sense.
when you find out why he actually
he
killed
did.
his clan,
Dude, and
Yeah.
it's so insane. I was
it's
just like,
wild,
whoa.
man.
The
It's-
third
and
Hokage is a
see,
piece of crap.
Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite
Yeah, he was.
anime, but Naruto is like right there, man. I
Yeah,
I just
that's how I
love
am.
the way they write for
Yeah.
Naruto.
I think Naruto's my favorite story, but like anime wise, I like Fairy Tail just that tiny bit more, just because I have that personal connection to it. That's all.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, Death Note was my first, and I think that's what set my standard of anime. I like that more serious, darker anime, and that's
Mhm.
carried on into every anime. This is kind of like a heads up to everybody. I'm not huge into anime. I love anime for what it is,
Mhm.
but like since I have that specific criteria of
Mhm.
anime, it's kind of harder to get certain into it and
Yeah,
everything.
I think me
and-
and Dom are really like the only ones who probably watch it on a daily
yeah,
basis.
you got
Yeah, I
you
enjoy it.
guys are like
Yeah,
huge
I
into
enjoy it,
anime.
Yeah,
I
mean,
I just
love
have like a specific flavor of anime that I like, so it's like
it. Tell me this. Then.
a little harder to find some, and also I mean I guess it's time and life and shit like that. So
How do you feel about Attack on Titan? Then?
I
He likes
haven't
the
finished
intro.
all of it.
Yo, first hot take. I fucking hate Attack on
I
Titan.
like it. I
Really?
think it's
I
really good.
hate it so
My
much.
eyeballs just
Why?
about
Why'd
went
you-
out of
when'd
my
you
head.
start
I watched the very first episode when it came out, and I thought it was sick as fuck. I loved it. I wish I would have stayed with it and watched more.
The
of
art style is really cool.
Mhm.
The concept for me is like I just don't.
I think
I'm
it's
just
cool.
not. I'm just not into it. Man.
Valid.
I
It's
don't know.
getting-
I just.
It got
I have
insane.
watched. I've watched.
got
I've watched a
fucking
season.
insane.
I watched the first season.
That's all you
Yeah.
got to.
Huh?
You didn't get deeper than the first season.
No.
You got to get deeper.
I can see
This
why.
and this is. I hear this a lot too. Is like you
You
got to
gotta get
watch it
deeper.
further than the first
no,
season.
Well, no,
you
'cause if
you brought up the intro. We're definitely talking about anime intros for sure.
for
'cause,
sure.
But
you know, there's some fire ones.
But no, Attack on Titan. I like Attack on Titan. I love the concept. I like the characters. I thought it was cool. The art style is
Yeah,
art style is kind of
enjoy the-
weird sometimes.
I like the
I'm
art
gonna
style
say.
though, because the
but-
Sinewy Giants, I really enjoy. I forget what they're called actually, but
The
No,
Titans.
that was
yeah,
another,
the
that was another
duh.
thing. That was another thing I like too is like the different types of titans
Yeah,
and shit
that-
like
that
that.
was
and it
really
just
cool.
goes,
I like the concept. It's just I don't know. It was. I can't
I mean,
I can't even really tell you why I didn't like it. It's just it wasn't.
If
right
you
for
didn't like
me.
the first season, you're not gonna. I say don't even continue.
Nah, you get
No.
you have to. It gets crazy,
No,
dude.
but he didn't. He didn't even. You know, so like if you don't like the like, because I guess what got me was like the fact that they were humanoids.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
and they were eating people. You know what I'm saying? If none of that really kind of strikes you, then all the politics inside, like the deeper part of it, it's not gonna matter to you.
The racism.
That's
The racism.
that's real.
'Cause it's,
It is
That's
strong
real.
racism in that one,
it's
dude.
deep
Yeah.
in it. But that's like the next. Like how many seasons are there? Like 3
That's-
or 4?
yeah,
Four.
3.
Yeah, that's
4.
like deeper into it. So I mean, if you
Four and
don't-
then like 5 part 1, part 2, part 3.
because you have to fall in love with like the Titan aspect of it.
Mhm.
Bryce
before you can
says,
really like it.
I would say the problem with Naruto, Dragon Ball is a lot of the anime are stakes and power creep.
More
Yeah.
more Dragon Ball than Naruto.
And
in my
a lot
opinion.
of the time, I feel like they struggle to introduce conflict. Yeah, it kind of is. It's just like that power scaling shit that I'm just not into that.
Yeah, but
you
that's
know?
like I
That's
was saying
gonna
earlier.
happen
That's
in
a
any-
that's
I-
a
well-
lot of
well,
new,
see-
new style anime. That's
has
like
to.
all of them.
That's why I like when he was talking about Attack on Titan, the
Mhm.
word that you said specifically, the politics of it.
Right.
So that was a
Mhm.
huge thing that I wish was more prevalent in episode 2 of Star Wars. I wish there should, because like there's so many deleted scenes in Attack of the Clones
Mhm.
that show a lot of the politics. I
Mhm.
want to see that. I
Right.
want to see them
Star
talk
Wars
about
is
it.
my
and shit.
well,
favorite
yeah, but
anime,
you got to
so-
think like George Lucas even said that because he left those out because he didn't think people were going to be interested in it, like the world that he built, but the fight
No.
scenes themselves.
Yeah.
No, and I don't get me wrong, I love the fight scenes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I want to see the I love like the politics.
yeah,
of it,
knowing
like,
how
story
knowing
and
how the
shit.
world works, I absolutely get that.
I love that.
But yeah, so that's what I liked. Like Attack on Titan is like the politics of it. I want to see that. I want to see
Yeah,
them
but
talking.
as
and-
as like Dom said,
just
it's like
figuring it out.
because I didn't like
Yeah.
it was okay, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But like
yeah.
to go further is like I could like force myself to get into it, which would be fine, but it just there are so many anime. I think at the time I watched all of Gurren Lagann and Trigun,
Trigun was cool.
and
dude.
I enjoyed
I
both of
love
them
Trigun.
instead of watching Attack on Titan.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not really interested in because I think the fear of being eaten was like a big thing for me when
Yeah.
I watched it. You know,
Mhm.
and these like overpowered, tall monsters that you just
You can't do
defeat.
anything
Yeah, you
about.
can't defeat them. Like they
Mhm.
try. I mean, they obviously they built
They give their best
the
shot.
ODS gear, and that
Mhm.
was pretty cool to me too. But if that doesn't, then don't worry about it. There's
Yeah.
other things. There's other
I just
animes
love
out
like
there.
when they're out of the school and then the city gets so attacked and they're like, "Oh, we're so ready to kill these guys," and then
And it's
2
like,
people
boom.
just get killed right off the bat.
And
They're
they're
just
like,
like, "Oh
I've,
crap!"
I've heard Attack on Titan, you really can't get attached to any
No,
characters because
uh-uh.
they tend to just die.
and it
just
felt real.
die.
It
It
felt
did.
like the
It'd be
fear
like-
of it. Like they was
Dude,
going through it.
They really went
Go
to
ahead.
that. Yeah. No. You got it. My bad.
No, it was definitely it felt real because I mean like everybody wasn't just like let's do this. I've been wanting to fight Titan. Like a lot of people were like I just want to be a military police and stay away from Titans. I don't want to do
Yeah.
this. And then when they actually get sent in there, they like I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of you are gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
And
but
that, yeah,
there's no happy
Yeah.
endings for most of you.
Yeah.
There's a couple places where they're like we're all gonna die here. There's a couple times where you think everybody's dead. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know, it's I'm into it.
Plus,
you
like,
know?
dude, I mean, when you were talking about it, like you saying that a lot of people are gonna die, that captain speech when he gave the speech when he's charging at the Gorilla Titan in the
Yeah.
3rd season, bro, he's like, "My
That's what I'm talking
soldiers rage," and they're just running into death, dude.
Mhm.
yeah.
And
they-
he gave him like a speech, he's like,
Yeah,
"You're
it
all
was
gonna
cool,
die."
man.
That
You're
was
all
dope.
just
cool
gonna
shit.
die.
That was dope.
Like, dude, the 3rd season is easily my favorite season because of like everything that happens and it builds up to that 4th season so
Like,
perfectly.
I didn't watch a lot of it, but
Just-
like Dylan, I think Dylan told me the beginning of Berserk,
Berserk
like
is
how
very
she
dark.
like the mom was believed to be a witch or whatever. She was pregnant. She was literally hung in a tree, and
Yeah.
like died, but still gave birth out of her rotting carcass type shit.
Crazy.
And I'm like,
Dark.
that is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And I fell in love
And-
with Berserk, and I thought
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, really? What was the battalion? I can't remember the silver haired guy. He was obviously one of the main characters.
Inuyasha.
No.
I fucking can't stand Inuyasha.
I
I love Inuyasha. It's
So,
it's so
I mean-
lighthearted.
I mean,
it's fine.
It was
Th-
good.
th- okay, second
So-
hot take: fan service.
it's fan service for
I
sure.
fucking can't stand it.
Sometimes it's fun.
I think
chick
it's.
flick.
I think
it's like the
all
chick
fucking.
flicks of anime. It's
Yeah,
definitely
dude. I mean, it's for people. I
It's
understand.
about love.
I get it, but
There's
also,
furries before furries.
Down,
where
boy.
it's
but
like, for
also,
sure.
And
I
furries.
just, I can't.
I thought it was fun. I thought it
It's a
wasn't
fun one.
terrible.
I didn't really watch it.
But the thing is, whenever we were talking about anime, so like I loved that era right there because you know what I mean. Because like
Inuyasha, Bleach.
we're
90s.
we're close to that age of
early
you know what I mean.
2000s, 90s,
Because like
2000s.
growing up,
Fire.
I would always watch Death Note, Inuyasha, Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell was sick.
This is
as
a
fuck.
good one.
That
I've
was
only
a,
seen a couple episodes of that.
that was a
actually.
great live action adaptation.
Isn't that Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting way off
I
topic.
love
I want to
it.
hear
It's fine.
because we'll talk about live action adaptations, but I want to
Yep,
your
yep.
your first anime.
You better
We
not
didn't say
skip over
yours.
me.
Huh? We're gonna get to you.
I'm joking. No,
first?
go ahead. Go ahead. I'm fucking with you guys.
And this is a good segue because I wanted to bring it up about I believe if I remember correctly, my first ones were Dragon Ball. You know,
Dragon
just
Ball.
but
Yeah.
I mean Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
not
Ball.
Dragon Ball, like the first one because I used to watch it.
Where Piccolo was the bad guy. And,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Krillin,
You know,
Krillin was a
Piccolo's
cunt.
dad, technically.
Destructo Disc.
Yeah, and the thing about Dragon Ball that's probably a hot take is that I don't care for Dragon Ball.
It's not
Ever
that great.
since I'll tell you
not
this,
that great.
ever since I watched, shout out to Team 4-Star. Ever since I watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
The bridge
that's
is
the
so
only
much
version I
funnier.
really love.
No,
That's the
something
only.
else, but
Yo,
yeah.
if you're on YouTube, check out Team 4-Star's Dragon Ball Z
Oh my
Abridged.
Check
gosh,
out
I was
all the
watching it today.
abridged. All
Watch
the
it from the
abridged.
All the
beginning.
abridged is really
so
good.
great.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is great too.
Yeah.
Helsing Abridged is probably my favorite.
Hellsing-
Hellsing
yeah.
is good too.
See, I watched the Helsing anime, and the abridged is better.
I wouldn't have
even
how did
The
you
abridged
do
is
that?
better.
Fuck you. That's how.
No, all the abridged is so good.
Yeah, man. The writing and then the thing about it, they even like they bring the essence of the character. It's
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
we're gonna voice over and do our own thing. Like who Vegeta is in the bridge is basically who he was in the show. Just funnier. Right. That's exactly
watched
how he was.
I watched a short earlier, and they were like every single Dragon Ball character is just every other character if you replace the hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
seen
was
that.
like
yeah,
the
he
same
was like
writing
he
style.
took Goku's hair, took it away, put Vegeta's hair on it. Same dude.
Yo,
Same.
Took
R.I.P.
Vegeta's hair away, put Gohan's hair on it.
It's
The
crazy how
same
that
dude.
works.
R.I.P. Akira, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad he got
Akira
he
Toriyama.
just he was just announced to be in the New York Writers Hall of Fame. So
Shout out to
huge
him.
there.
I mean, he
I was like big time.
raised
Also,
a lot of us.
yeah, for sure. Because I was gonna go into that. Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho are my first animes, but I think I saw Dragon Ball Z first. I want to say,
Mhm.
but those two are my first.
Yeah,
animes.
Z was on Toonami,
Mhm.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. I don't even think they showed Dragon Ball on Toonami, but
No.
if you
think
were
they
up late
tried.
enough, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
they
tried.
did.
But yeah, that's what I watched it all on was Toonami. That's where I watched Death Note. And,
a
you
lot
know,
of that was,
Naruto.
but that was a lot of our first experience
Yeah.
with anime
Mhm.
was
Shout out
Toonami.
Toonami, man.
Honestly,
Toonami is the
you know they
fucking
brought
shit,
it
dude.
back within the. I think it was the past few years they brought
Yeah,
Toonami
it was back
back.
for a little bit.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
It seemed like Toonami was like Adult Swim, but like for
Okay.
anime.
For teenagers.
Yeah, so
you know,
Adult
for
Swim-
teenage, yeah.
Adult Swim replaced
No,
Toonami.
It was like that in between. You had Cartoon Network. Toonami was like that teenager kind of section,
Mm-hmm.
and then
2
Adult
a.m. the
Swim,
scary
where it's
stuff.
like
Yeah, but then
on.
they got rid of Toonami for a while,
Yeah,
and
they
it was
took it
just
out. I think-
Cartoon Network to Adult Swim.
I think
Yeah.
I think it was just not. It just wasn't doing well. You know,
Right.
because like the thing is like anime was just never like that huge. You know, it became bigger as the. That's what was kind of weird.
In Western society,
yeah, that's where it got kind of weird. Whenever anime just within the, I think you and I talked about it when we were working at FedEx. It was like where it just popped off
It did.
out
It
of
took off out of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Just everybody was
all
loving
the,
anime.
All the kids who made fun of me for watching anime.
yeah,
Now
Watched
anime.
watched
Yeah, no,
anime
it was
in the
insane.
closet growing up, and I was like, "Oh,
Hey, I'll
you
be
guys
honest.
are just
I was
closeted."
I was one of those who didn't know anything about anime, and then I remember being one of those assholes who was talking shit about mangas. Cause I was like, "Who the fuck reads that shit?" And then one day I got really interested, and I asked the guy, I was like, "Yo, what is this?" Because it said Bleach on the front, and I'm like, "What the fuck? What does Bleach mean?" And he was like, "Oh," and he went into this whole nerd spiel about, "Oh, you gotta understand they was killing demons or killing like spirits." And, blah, blah, blah."
Shimigami.
And I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
Yeah, and I never, and you know what? I never watched Bleach really, like, and I mean that's not true. I watched Bleach, but I didn't really get into it as much. I still don't really read the mangas, even though I really feel like as an anime fan now that I love it, I'm missing out on a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
You got to look out though,
haven't-
because you'll catch up. You'll catch up to the anime and pass the anime pretty quick.
Manga.
yeah, the manga.
That's
if
what
you
he's saying, if you
Read the
read the
manga.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
pass
yeah,
the
my bad,
anime.
my
and the
bad.
manga
I
will
didn't
will have
understand
like different shit than
Yeah.
the anime has in
Yeah.
it.
That's why I feel like
It
now
will.
that I love anime,
Because
Like,
like Tokyo Ghoul is one of those ones that like the manga is kind of better.
Yeah,
You know what
they
I mean?
really the
But-
manga really
it. Same
really
with Dragon Ball
drives in-
Super.
Yeah.
They really drive in like character growth and stuff in the mangas.
that's what I'm all about now. Because I like the stories. I like the heartstring, feeling it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm into it.
I mean, dude. I mean, you want to talk about anime to pull my heartstrings was Naruto.
Shout out to Kayla. Hellsinger Bridge is the only version.
Hellsinger
Yeah,
is the only
Hellsing.
version
Bridge-
for
like I
sure.
said, I watched
For
I watched
sure.
Hellsing the anime, and I was like, it's all right, you know.
It's all
And then I
right.
watched the abridged, and I'm
It's
like, this
dark.
is fucking great. This is so much
Can't
better
see
than
it.
the.
Bryce says it's hard to relate to a character when they become so powerful and almost an
Omniscient.
being. That's why Berserk,
Omnipotent.
whether you like it or not, you got to respect that they have done with the story. The main character
It's hard to
loses,
relate.
guts,
You can't read.
loses. Yeah, my fucking
Yeah.
vision's getting so
Okay,
bad.
here I got you. That's why Berserk, whether you like it or not, you got to respect what they have done within the story. The main character loses, Guts loses, and the villain wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I do
Yeah,
like
Berserk.
animes that do that as well.
Mhm. I also like
kind of just get your
animes-
ass beat by the anime. Naruto gets his ass handed to him by Sasuke a couple times
Yeah.
before he, you know.
Sasuke was way more powerful than him at the beginning.
didn't-
Orochimaru
I
beats
didn't-
the shit out of everybody.
I didn't like
Piece of
Sasuke.
You know,
I
I
still
still
don't.
don't like
I still
Sasuke.
don't. I don't like
I think
him at all.
Such a
Sasuke was
whiny-
way overhyped.
Yeah, he was super over.
I mean, it was like the
Powerful, but-
fucking it was like the Twilight thing, either Team Jacob or Team Edward. I'm like, dude, fuck Sasuke. Sasuke can
Yeah, I wasn't
Ligma,
into
bro.
Ligma for sure, dude.
He was the weakest hell to me. He
I
just
mean,
had a sword, so
when
people
they-
thought he was cool.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, but
straight sword
when
was
they really like when Naruto learned the Rasengan and they had their little thing on the rooftop above
Yeah,
the
and it showed
hospital.
Yeah, and you see him.
And yeah, but Sasuke was like, I could have killed him just then. And Kakashi was just like, yeah, look at the other side of the water tower,
Yeah.
jackass. He could have
No.
fucking blew your shit up.
He's like, you would've fucked you
Probably
up.
would have died on that
And then
one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, and honestly, Sasuke would have got his shit rocked if that
Yeah.
Rasengan would have hit him, bro.
I mean,
A
dude,
couple times.
I'm just
Honestly.
saying,
Like-
when Naruto like unlocks like the one tail thing and like starts rocking Sasuke, dude, they're in their fight
Yeah.
at the final, and dude, you see like his eyes pop out of his head and stuff when he hits him in the
Mhm.
stomach.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
Yeah,
crap.
Sasuke
And
was
dude,
getting his ass handed
there's
to him.
nothing, and that is still one of my favorite fight scenes in most animes. Is that first when they were kids
Yeah,
and they were fighting next to the waterfall and shit, bro.
Yeah,
That's still one
that's
of my
dope.
favorite. When
It's
Sasuke
great.
had the curse mark
Yeah, it's
and he
great.
was coming into the tail situation.
I'll say
go ahead.
okay. I'll say my favorite fight scene in anime is in Naruto, but it's Kakashi versus Obito and their dimension.
good stuff.
I was
Good
like, dude, it was pure just action, and like the flashbacks were going in and out when they were kids fighting too, and
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this is amazing.
That's pretty good stuff.
And I loved how he's just like, no more tricks, just hands. Let's run it.
Run it.
He's like,
Yeah.
let's just run it. I was like, that's dope.
And Naruto's a good anime for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
It's well
Especially if
worth
you
the
like
hype.
fight scenes.
yeah,
It's well worth the hype. I mean,
it is.
I like. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up. I love the Naruto and Gaara thing. How they
Gaara.
were basically the same.
Mhm.
Both had tail beasts from
Mhm.
childhood. Both grew up, but completely different. You know, I mean, and honestly, they
Completely
both grew
different.
up
They grew up the same.
They
you
grew
know,
up the same-
outcasts,
exactly same, but-
outcasted, ostracized.
different outcomes, and it shows you like you can you can be different.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And then Gaara's growth. And
Gaara was like, he took it the way is like, I hate everybody. I'm gonna kill everybody. And Naruto was like, I don't hate everybody though. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want love and I want friendship and
Yeah.
I want
Mhm.
that. So I'm gonna get that. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna be somebody that people love. And Gaara's like, I'm gonna be somebody that people hate. I don't care.
He's like, I'm gonna kill
Fear.
everybody, dude.
Fear, yeah.
Fear. He's
And-
like, I'm gonna earn respect through fear.
But honestly, name a
Jeez.
more fearful motherfucker.
I mean,
That
Sand
sand
Coffin
coffin?
was the dopest
Exactly,
shit.
bro.
Yeah.
Especially in the video games, man. Sand coffin fucked.
Yeah. it
Shout
was-
out Cobalt, dude. He just got cast to do the Naruto abridged for Gaara.
Yeah.
Cobalt did, our boy.
Oh,
so-
Kayla says DBZ popped the anime Cherry,
Oh,
but Savannah's
God.
sister forced me to watch Black Butler, and then I
hate
discovered a
Butler.
bunch
I hate
more.
Black Butler.
Soul Eater was
Soul
a
Eater's
favorite in high
oh.
school.
I
Soul
don't
Eater's fun.
understand the premise of Black Butler. Is the kid like a vampire or some shit?
I think
Yeah,
that,
I think
yeah,
so.
I thought it was a demon. thought he
I
sold
have
his
no
soul
fucking
to-
clue. I was so lost the whole time. I
So-
watched. I think I watched like 4 at 5 episodes, and I was like, so this guy just does whatever this child says, and like this kid's like immortal somehow. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I did not watch Black Butler, so I cannot comment.
Yeah. I watched a few episodes, but I couldn't get into it. So I'm the
I mean,
opposite on the spectrum
I'm
with
gonna be
you when
real
it comes
with
to
you. I'm pretty
anime.
sure it's like
Yeah.
meant for
I like more
a
fun.
very
I like
specific group
adventure.
of people.
I like action. That's kind of mine. I don't really like serious. I like some serious tones in my anime, but like, let me have some fun. Let me have a laugh. Let
Yeah,
me,
like
you know.
I don't like hate on like
No, I don't
that
hate it
shit.
either,
Like
you know?
I like like a funny character. I'm fine with like a comedic character in an anime.
There's
or
always got to be a
comedic
comic
anime.
relief.
Yeah.
Always
But-
Yeah,
has to be.
I mean, you got to have a little bit of all
Yeah,
your
'cause-
emotions
'cause,
in anime.
Because Kaneki's best friend in there was the comedic relief for
Yeah.
a while and
He's a
shit.
goofy motherfucker.
And so, you gotta have it. But yeah, I don't know. When it comes to anime, I just kind of like I want that. I want a story, something that like grips me in there. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
like really just kind of gets a hold of you.
Tightens you up. Huh?
Versus like I can go watch a comedy
me too.
movie or something like that. When it comes to movies, I do very much enjoy a comedy movie, but when it
I'm
comes
the
to
exact
anime,
opposite, actually. I like comedy movies. I hold to a higher standard, and a lot of them just miss for me.
Damn.
I like darker movies.
You're too funny, dude. That's what it is.
I like. No, I love darker movies. Don't get me wrong. I love.
I've just come around to watching Scary.
I
I'm a
know,
huge
finally.
I'm a huge giner. They
I'm
scare the shit
glad.
out of me. I'll be the first one to be up front. I like to snuggle my wife when I'm watching a scary movie because I'm that much of a puss.
Oh shit!
Careful there, bud.
I know. I was trying to get these off earlier because I just didn't like the way that it looked.
Okay, well, Ryan's
a lot,
OCD's taking over. Give us a second here.
There it is.
If you guys hear a really hard static sound, you know why.
There was just a lot of chords that I didn't like.
Hey, I wanted to bring up
Jesus, Ryan.
I wanted to bring up Soul
Chill.
Eater because somebody mentioned
Soul
it.
Eater.
Soul Eater's good. I like
great.
Soul Eater.
And I liked it because you were talking about Fairy Tale and the friendship aspect of it. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought I love the core 3 with their weapons and there being like what was it, like 3, 6, 7, like 7
Black
main
Star.
char-
Black Star's my
Black
favorite.
Star.
dude.
Oh,
fucking
Soul
Death the
Eaters where the
Kid.
guy uses like
Those
They're
pistols
the
upside
humans.
down.
yeah,
The
yeah.
pistols.
Death the Kid.
And then there's like every weapon's actually like a
A
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've
love-
never watched it, but I've seen like the
It
posters
was cool.
for it and
It's,
stuff.
it's a fun little.
Yeah, I
anime.
I
love it.
love because you would be Death the Kid with your OCD. Like they were playing a basketball game and they're like, okay, if Def loses, we all turn his pictures in his house 2 inches to the left. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was like his biggest flaw was like his OCD. which
Yeah,
is
everything
crazy.
needed to be perfect, and if something's out of symmetry, he freaks out.
You guys ever seen Assassination Classroom?
No.
I've heard of it, but I
I've
haven't
seen
gotten
it.
to see
I've
Yeah.
it.
seen it.
Is
I
it
watched
good?
all of it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was good because it was worth watching.
Kira
Like, it
came
kept
in
my
and said
attention.
Fairy Tale is one of my favorite anime.
Kira, my baby, that's my fiance.
Oh, dope.
That's my fiance.
That's my
Shout out to the
fiance.
fiancés out
That's
there.
That's my
wo-
lady.
That's my woman.
Me and Kira watched a little bit of Fairy Tale, but we're on Shippuden right now, so she only can do one anime at a time.
Shapoopin.
How
course
much
take that.
Shippuden have you guys watched?
4 episodes. We're on the fight
4
with Gara and
episodes?
Saucer. Or
Kira,
Datara.
you're in for some deep shit.
She
It's
is
gonna
dude,
get
she saw the
real
f-
fast.
she saw like the first like little bit
Dude,
of
the
the
first
first
season,
episode.
the first season of Shippuden is
It's
fucking
so-
tense, man.
dude.
I watched the movie. No, the Ship-
Yeah,
the
the-
Shippuden
those
movie.
aren't ever
movie,
canon.
the movie's
Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah.
there's nothing like watching the show. Man.
Dude,
The first
I'm
season of
telling
Shippuden is actually really
The
good.
first scene, she's like, Sasuke's just gonna kill Naruto. I was like, chill, it's not
Pretty
gonna
much.
happen.
He's just gonna do that.
Alright.
The shit's fucking tense though, man.
Yeah.
It's worth watching for sure.
No,
Yeah,
but
it
if you
is.
guys had to
It's so
pick,
amazing.
if you guys had to pick, would you pick like the shorter animes over some of the
I
longer ones?
I don't know.
It
It depends.
depends.
On, yeah, it
It
depends,
really depends on the story.
Like if,
some
if
of
it's
the
a good
shorter
story,
ones-
then yeah.
Sorry,
If it's like a really good story, then
but
yeah, I
that's what I'm
want it to
saying
keep
is like
going.
Gurren Lagann is a short one, but such a
But
good anime.
but like if it's one of those like I definitely prefer like a shorter anime, like something that I can watch a couple episodes, or maybe I can like
Mhm.
finish in like one night kind of thing.
because I know
um,
like Demon Slayer is also like a shorter one.
Represent.
I've been thinking about watching Demon Slayer. I feel like it wouldn't
it's so good.
be
Yeah,
Can we
bad.
go
like
in-
it.
Let's go into it.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
like it.
So Demon Slayer is one of those animes. I'm gonna say this. It's not like a love or hate. I think a lot of people love it, and there's a certain people who don't like it.
I kind of feel like it's
Um,
been like overhyped as fuck.
but
though.
it is a little overhyped.
That movie
but,
that came out really.
but the animation style is beautiful.
It looks cool.
First
I
off,
love the
first and
intro.
foremost.
Right.
Intro's
Intro's
fire,
pretty cool.
and then literally it captured me in the first episode because of how serious it was. I know it's weird because I don't really like serious animes, but then the second episode it introduced more goofier characters
Well, yeah, because that
and
dude
stuff.
with the fucking
Yeah.
thing on his head.
well, also
He's
the
goofy as
pig
fuck.
motherfucker.
Dude is amazing.
The board
Just
guy.
amazing.
What was his name?
Inosuke.
Inosuke. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
Actually, Demon Slayer is my son's favorite anime.
It's great.
I
It's
mean,
great.
I'll
It's
be-
capturing the
Now
new,
is that
new
his
generation.
sister or what is?
That's
what
his
is
sister.
His little sister.
Yeah.
She's
little sister.
technically a
And she's a
ghoul.
demon, right?
She's a
Demon,
demon.
yeah.
Yes.
I
She's
said
a-
ghoul. Like
she's
I was
a
thinking of Tokyo Ghoul.
Incoherent. She's a coherent demon, so she doesn't actually crave like eating humans.
Right.
Mm.
She actually wants
She
to
and
protect
she
them.
actually helps.
I'm gonna be
fight
that guy.
demons.
I don't. So Demon Slayer is beautiful, and I think that's why people love it because of its art style. Is pretty to look at, but as far as the story goes, and don't get me wrong. I mean, the fight scenes are pretty good, but some things about it, I don't know. It's just Kaneki. No, Tanjiro should have died a long time ago.
I mean, yeah,
I
Tanjiro's
thought you said
lucky,
he should
bro.
die alone. Is what I
No,
thought you said.
Tanjiro's
He should die alone.
lucky,
Well, I mean, there are
dude.
those
He was
anime
super
anime
lucky.
Plot
characters
armor.
that you're like, yeah,
Plot
they
armor.
should die alone.
Plot armor is definitely a thing in that.
I mean,
for
he's,
sure.
he's a great person, and I love his soul, like the
Mm.
you know,
I
everything.
love it when anime, like when that plot armor shows.
It
You know what I
does
mean?
show.
so
Yeah.
strong. Like,
It does show because like there's one demon that could have just easily killed him, but instead he broke his fingers.
Okay.
Even him beating the beginning, even him beating what was the guy who does the water breathing?
Gyu.
When he showed off to him, whatever he threw the hatchet in the air, I was like, yeah, but no, you're not that good. You're just
Right.
like
You ain't him.
You're not that guy.
It's like he gets so lucky.
Yeah,
You know,
all
what
the
I mean?
time.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
valid.
it's like
That's a valid
brother,
one.
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Don't be scared to listen. Don't be scared to kill your main characters and introduce a new one.
Let
Sometimes
him
that's-
lose.
Yeah.
Let him lose.
Like completely.
That's a far better situation than like because you're showing that like you're not scared to push boundaries. You know what I mean?
So do something
Kill your
different.
main character. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
like you like
Yeah.
you know, kill
Yeah.
him and bring him back.
He literally
Yeah.
died.
He died in like what was the first episode? Hit
Yeah.
by a car- hit by a
Literally
car.
got hit by a
Yeah,
car.
you died in the first
Yeah.
like 5 minutes of the anime.
Right.
Dude, I always think about Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm like, he was dead for like a week, you know?
He was
Right.
he was dead for a grip.
And I'm like thinking to myself, did he come back to his body and was there just poop and pee all over himself? You know?
I'm pretty sure they cleaned
Okay,
it up.
Shit,
yeah, I
his
was gonna
diaper.
say
Is
his mom and homegirl were taking care of him the whole
That's,
time.
that's
so-
valid.
Body.
Okay.
He
I'm just
almost
saying.
didn't make it. I think if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
actually,
close
it
to-
was-
they were about to
It was
just-
so close that he had to. Technically, he gave up his ability to join the living realm
Mhm.
to save the girl that was trying to get his body out from the
Yeah.
burning building. Right.
He was a good dude. For
Yeah.
sure.
So, but head honcho was like, you know what, you made this sacrifice. We're gonna go ahead and let you do it anyways.
Mhm.
Which is compared to him and Tanjiro, as like his sacrifices and stuff, I felt were more
Character growth.
relatable
Yeah,
Character
for sure.
growth.
than
We
Tanjiro
showed
was
that
just,
much. We had that much character growth in Yu Yu Hakusho in the first like 5 episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
also-
it was crazy.
He's the best shit talker in all of anime.
Yu Yu dude.
Yusuke is the best shit
Yusuke
talker
is a
in all
fucking
anime.
wild
Menace.
animal, dude.
Menace. He's
Can't
like,
be
I don't
fucking
care if
stopped.
it's some girl,
He was like,
somebody's
you
grandma.
will beat my
Right.
ass. You will absolutely
will.
rock my
Yeah.
shit, but I'm gonna make you feel bad for it.
It's like I'm fighting anybody. I don't give a damn.
he's
Somebody's
like
grandma.
you could, you could
Gaslighting
absolutely,
in an anime.
you could absolutely kill me, but the
Dude.
thing is you're gonna kill me with your feelings
When
hurt.
Genkai gave him his
Facts.
powers, he's like, "Fuck you, Genkai."
Yeah,
he's
right.
like, it hurts so bad to hold in her power.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I hate you." She's like, "I know you do."
He was
You
a real
hate
one.
to love hate.
He was a real
Yeah,
one
there's
for
like a
sure.
reel of
Even
Yusuke
like-
just
even like
talking
meeting-
shit to people.
Because the comic relief in Yu Yu Hakusho was of course Kuwabara,
Yeah, of course.
and Kuwabara even had his serious moments.
There were some
know,
good moments.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was
he's a
worth it.
complete jackass, dude. He was supposed to be
Tool.
the American.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He was just a tall ass white dude. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But he had his spirit swords, which were fucking sick.
They
you know?
were, especially when he was able to like stretch them out and stuff.
Yeah,
When it
dude.
started getting useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got the light, like the rainbowish one.
And then you get High E.
Yeah, my
uh,
favorite character. in
EA.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
EA.
Yeah.
I did High E because of the Numa song
Yeah.
that they did with the Yu Yu Hakusho character. My
yeah.
High E.
I do love 90s animes too because like the way that they do the fights with like all the sparks and stuff and flying around
Yeah.
is so like
Cool,
over
man.
the top, but it's dope. It looks
It's
so
cool.
good.
Visual
Facts.
effects are always. I mean, visual effects are like the key to my heart. You know what I mean? You have good visual effects, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing about
Yeah,
feel about
so that,
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a
it's
huge
pretty.
thing of like I think that's what carries the Studio Ghibli movies and shit like
yeah, their
that.
visual effects
because
are
like
amazing.
it is just
It's so
you know
amazing to look at.
it's so pretty like
See, my wife-
the scenery everything.
And my wife is not an anime. She doesn't like anime. It gives her anxiety because of all
Really?
the females doing the like noises that they make when they're fighting and stuff. Yeah, all that shit makes her anxious. And she's like, I just can't listen to that stuff.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
mean it makes me
anxious.
feel a certain way too. so
yeah, I was
can't
like,
blame her.
right.
I mean, yeah. But the thing is like
my pants
a
little
lot
tight.
yeah, I was gonna say a lot of animes.
I'm already
Really,
wearing tight pants.
a lot of animes really over sexualize their characters.
Yeah, you ever heard of the anime called Fruit Baskets?
I don't
have,
want to
yeah.
talk about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the horny animes. Jesus.
I mean, so like My Hero
That gets
Academia.
insane.
My Hero
I can't
Academia.
stand My Hero.
My Hero has a character,
This guy's
a
crazy.
I
reoccurring
don't like it.
character
Okay,
that
we'll
all
go
she wears is just that V top,
Oh yeah.
and she has her huge
Yeah.
tits just hanging out the whole time.
Yarurozu.
Yarurozu.
Okay, so I saw y'all wanting to judge me. I think why I couldn't get into it. I think is mainly because of the fucking fandom. The fan group is like just what really
That is
killed
true.
me.
That's like
I
the
was like,
biggest
I
thing.
just cannot
I
fucking
didn't-
stand it.
But my thing with My Hero is it's one, I love superheroes. So I was like, it instantly.
I like
grabbed me.
superheroes too. Like I thought the whole concept was cool. Like you got your quirk, whatever.
If
I
you're
just
talking about superheroes, I think One Punch Man did it better.
See, I don't like One Punch Man all that much.
You know, like One Punch Man either.
Go into it.
no,
Okay.
like
So-
I didn't like One Punch Man for me. Like it was like it was kind of just funny, goofy to watch. That's like one of those ones I'm not taking it serious. I don't really give a shit. He's an overpowered
Yeah,
character.
it's satirical.
Like,
yeah.
I thought
it's making fun. So the thing that you
It's making fun of shit.
the thing that you hate about some of these animes is that it's who's the powerful character,
Mhm.
get more power. One Punch Man is just consistent.
It's just
he
it's
just beats their
one-
ass.
Yeah, he just
You know what I mean?
Like,
That-
I mean, I like the concept.
That's
of
like a
it.
funny one. And
Yeah.
I like his buddy, his friends. Really, I forget his name. He's really cool.
Genesis.
The android
Genos.
Yeah.
cyborg guy.
Genos.
Yeah, Genos.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I'd
wait,
say
wait,
he's
I want to
kinda
go. I
cool.
want to go back to My Hero first.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
like, why I didn't like it? The fandom is what really killed it for me. It was just like I thought the concept was cool. I'm fine with a lot of it. Is just the fandom. If I'm being completely real, I feel like if I were to like completely take the fandom out of it,
Mhm.
I would probably get into it. But they just killed it for
Well,
me.
Don't go on Reddit.
Like I don't know. It's just like
That's a
anytime
simple
like
solution.
I was
Don't
just
go
saying,
on
I
Reddit.
don't have social media, so I
Any-
can't
yeah.
relate to that at all.
anytime I've talked to any of like those like
I love
My Hero fans,
My Hero is so
you
much
know,
fun.
Ooh,
Like,
I love
I
the
just can't.
aspect of the first off, like he's quirkless and he meets like the greatest superhero ever, and then he's like,
Yeah.
I can give you my quirk. And then basically he was like, once he used the quirk, he broke all of the bones in his arm, and he continues to do that until he finally learns
yeah,
how to
until
do
he
it.
gets the hang of it.
So
yeah.
it's like you're so powerful that you literally can't control this, and it's a really nice little twist on instead of like
dude,
beat bad guy,
him
get
putting
more
together,
powerful.
that he could just do it with the tip of his finger.
Yeah.
Dude,
And he's,
I was
he
like,
was smart about it.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean, you're
And-
already thinking.
And people are like, "Oh, I don't like Deku because he's like a super nerd and he's always talking to himself." I'm like, he had to do that though.
He was like
yeah,
that.
trauma.
was just-
Trauma does that
You
too.
know what? Let me go into it real quick because I love Deku as a character because he's relatable
Yeah.
for me specifically. I mean, the fact that the first couple episodes you learn that he wants to be a hero. He takes it super seriously. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out he's quirkless.
Yeah, and the
in a world of quirks, he
the
doesn't have any.
devastation he
You know what I'm
feels
saying?
from
And
it.
you felt that. You
Yeah.
felt that of like having your dreams crushed,
Yeah.
everything. And then and I think it's natural that it's natural the way he meets his hero because it's
Yeah.
not like
It's
he
random.
went. It's random, but like he was really in danger and like his hero, that's his thing is. And it could have been any hero that came or whatever, but
that's
at the
his
time
favorite.
it was like the perfect like things. And then the fact that he gave that he had the ability to pass his quirk on,
Mhm.
that Deku was quirkless, and that All Might he wasn't looking for somebody at the time, but then when he went to this is the way it happened where he saw Deku jump in even with no quirk, knowing he had no quirk because of the conversations they had.
Yeah.
He still jumped in to help, and he was like, "You are the type of person that's a hero, like
Pure of heart.
Mhm.
pure of heart." You know what I'm saying? We'll jump in knowing you have no power. Your feet just start moving.
Yep.
And I love that. I thought,
Even
and then,
even to somebody
know,
who
every-
has spent a good portion of their childhood bullying the fuck out of
Yeah.
you.
Plus,
right, then
I
you
know
find
the
out All
ending.
Might was quirkless at one point. You're
Yeah.
like, wow. So
Yeah.
like it all kind of ties in together.
And
Yeah.
then the introduction to All for One.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
all
that
of
shit
For
was
One is
fucking.
dope.
The naming convention, although a bit cheesy, I love it so
They play
much.
off each
Mhm.
other perfectly because
Yeah.
it makes sense. One
yeah.
for all for one.
Oh yeah, and that's why I loved it so much. Like I said, it's a bit cheesy, but I still loved it so
Plus,
much.
they give every single character a shining moment.
Yeah.
Even like the people in Class B who like aren't or just literally sidebar characters, they still give them a shining moment,
Yeah.
and I love that.
They were
Like they
cool.
cover everybody.
yeah, like what I've seen from it is like I like it. Like I said, it was really I think too. It was like the people that I watched it with. Your wife's sister to be named specifically.
Yeah.
It just really
Doxer, do it.
made
No,
it
no,
hard.
Please don't. Please don't.
See, I watched it by myself
And-
before.
I watched it by
before it
myself.
was
Dude,
like popular.
honestly, if you want to, we could watch it together
But
because like it's a
I
really
highly
good.
recommend
If you
that.
stay away from the fandom, and I recommend doing this
yeah,
either way.
with
but
any
Any anime,
I
because
rewatched
you're
it.
just gonna find a bunch of stands that are just gonna gatekeep their
Yeah.
anime,
No,
and any
and-
opinion that you have that doesn't match theirs, they're
Yeah,
gonna
they're just gonna
fire
flip,
on you.
dude.
Yeah,
And-
but like My Hero is actually it's a good anime worth watching,
Yeah,
and it's
it is.
really
No, for
it's
sure.
really fun, man.
like
is.
that's why I don't like shit talk it. I'm just like I'm not
It's
into it
because
because
you're
of,
watching
you know,
an anime with a bunch of like in puberty children going through a lot of change all at the same time
Mhm.
and getting these quirks,
yeah.
and the main character, albeit born quirkless,
Yeah.
now has to come to terms with having a quirk after spending years not having one,
After you already came to
learning
terms
learning
with
how
it.
to use the quirk
Mhm.
after never having one, going through, all of these social interactions, being a teenager, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's a
Being,
lot
like,
of
afraid
stuff.
He was like
Dude,
afraid
it's
of
a-
girls and everything.
Yeah.
Like all of it was
Still,
natural.
me
still
too, buddy.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Me
like,
too.
We gotta honorably
It's like-
mention.
Women scare me.
We gotta mention Bakugo in there.
Bakugo is
fire.
good.
Their
Very
relationship between
It's
him
so
always
funny.
bullying him,
But
and
then they come together
they come
eventually.
yeah, like his bullying thing of like I was always better than you. How did you get a quirk all of a sudden? And then like that first fight between them, where he was like, and then it shows Deku was like, even though like I got this quirk now, I'm not
I'm not as
going
good
out for
as you.
revenge.
Yeah.
I'm not going out for revenge. I'm still the same person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even in that fight, he could have easily ended him. He probably could have killed him, but he
Yeah,
was like,
honestly.
I'm thinking about being a hero.
Yeah, it's
You're
always
thinking about revenge.
it's always better. It's always good to see that the person who was the underdog and somehow gets the ability to take their revenge or their just desserts or whatever. They take the better than thou
He
route.
shows
Yeah.
up.
You know what I
He
mean?
shows up every single time.
Yeah.
You rely on him. He shows
being
up.
the
Mhm.
bigger person.
Also, you see like the more pure-hearted characters like Ida try to take a darker route,
Mhm.
where he wants to
Yeah,
kill
that's a
Stain.
Good, that's a good mention.
And like
Stain was
then,
my
and then
favorite.
the darker character Todoroki, who has a reason for go for revenge,
Mhm.
actually stops him along with Deku. So it's really, really dope that you get to see a character who's all about direction. Be a
What's
good hero.
your guys' favorite arc in My Hero currently?
Right now the current one.
The current one,
Yeah, because dude, it's just been nonstop. It's a war,
Yeah.
so it's just been nonstop action, and I'm just like, I'm zoned in
Yeah.
every time.
In
It's
My
beautiful.
Hero, I
Yeah,
think the stain arc because I
it
like.
starts everything.
Didn't it end with spoiler? Didn't it end with All Might losing his abilities? Because they had oh no, with Stain
Yeah, it
was
that was the end of
Mhm.
the. That's
was that the
end
end of it? Was
yeah,
it
that's
the
the
next
end
one?
of Stain arc.
Yeah, I love Stain as
This-
a character. I loved his ability. I loved
he could still
how he
turn
throws in
into All Might if I'm not
For
mistaken.
like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
With that, with like